Hey guys, it's Ryan here, and today, doing the commentary for, so I finally completed Super Mario Galaxy, the second part of To Beat or Not to Beat, which is the most recent part as well. So this is a direct, like, not sequel, but like, follow-up to my video about Ocarina of Time. I teased it at the end, as you can see here. I just put it in the beginning, just to show it again, just so everyone understands. This is what it's like. It's just like following up for that video. So, yeah, I really like how that turned out in that video. I already talked about that last year. Let's get into this one here. So this video, this is where I stepped up the quality a lot. I feel like this is the start of that more. Like, Youth Sports Games was just the first video of the year. This is like where like, this is 60 frames right now, which I don't think I didn't do at all before this. So that's already a big step up. I just started using that because it looks smoother and liked how it looked. So yeah, the editing, I try to do a lot more. Like, I don't know if you notice, but in a lot of like older, like all the 2020 videos and New Sports Games, there's a lot of blank spots in it where there's no like gameplay or like anything. Just me voiceover with either like the blue tie-dye screen with like, or just nothing.
Okay, I'm ready. Mario is my favorite video game character of all
So
time.
I tried my best to put as much gameplay and much footage as I could.
I personally grew up more with the
And I like how this part turned out. This section here. Or all the voiceover sections turned out really well.
Playing my dad's portable Tetris while using the washroom. I fell in love with the game, and it is probably the most nostalgic game for me.
Best way I could record the DS footage because I don't have a capture card for that.
Super Mario DS, because I thought
it's really hard playing with the in front of the camera. It was like really like uncomfortable, but I did it.
Summer of 2012, while at a resort out of town, me and my friend both had the game, and we played it non-stop that whole week. I
think it was stuff to say about this video.
Really got the ball rolling for me. And later that year,
so this is generally just my so like that. That's what I mean.
I was introduced to the
but I tried to avoid that.
My friend had an N64, which I called the PlayStation.
True story. I did. Because my friend had a PS3 or PS2, and it was in like a similar spot to the 64. I think he's more of a PlayStation guy anyways, so he
ever since I heard about the game.
So I think I just called the PlayStation. I don't know what. I don't know why.
I don't know why I have so many problems with finishing games. I got Galaxy 2 for my birthday an exact month later.
Yeah, I remember.
I got both games in a short span of time. I
got that. It was 2010, I believe. I got Galaxy 1.
I put Galaxy 1 down.
Then I just got the second one because I wanted it.
And also didn't get far. But I want to punch this guy. My next endeavor.
My dad and my nan are next to me in that picture. I just put them out just.
Was Super Mario 3D
just because.
Ha ha ha
That's.
Get it, guy.
J Matthew.
Really late on getting a 3DS. I got a 2DS sometime in 2014.
Yeah, there's another J Matthew bit. This time he's actually in the video. Last time I just a suggestion. He's actually in the video. I forget why I asked him to do it. I think I don't know. I just asked him to do it. I forget why. It might have been just talking about it or something. I don't know.
Super Mario 3D Land. So he picked Super Mario. What is that? My brother was really into SpongeBob at the time, so he picked.
Remember that day? That was weird. It was at Walmart. It was
that and Face Raiders.
It was and that's actually that's a picture of my brother because I didn't have any of me on there for some reason.
3D
Land. But yeah, we
actually finished.
It was at Walmart. My brother bought a 2DS, so he saved up for one, and I was like, please get 3D Land, and he just wouldn't. He seen SpongeBob, and that was it. Like that was all he wanted after seeing that. This is a clip of me. I was 10, getting the Wii U.
Not excited.
For Christmas.
I received Super Mario 3D World.
And that is a great clip. We actually lost the hard
years to
drive.
beat.
Not
But
lost the hard drive. The hard
I
drive
finished
broke
it
that
nonetheless.
all that old like
October
some old
19th,
footage was on,
2016.
and that's probably
Nintendo
one of
announced
the one of the
the
only
next
clips
day
I have saved
they would be
from
giving
that
us our
hard
first
drive. So
look
I'm glad I
at
have that
widely
one. That was really funny.
anticipated Nintendo NX. I remember freaking out. I went to school that day not checking any social media. When I finally
yeah.
got home, I watched the trailer, and again. Wait, what is that?
This is my
Wait, what was that?
reaction.
I wasn't excited.
Back in
A new
2016.
3D Mario Sandbox theme was teased during that trailer.
That was
and that ended up
a
being
different
Super Mario
time for me.
and I actually finished it. I got it on launch day, and I didn't stop playing.
So I literally went like and just recorded a bunch of 3D Mario footage just for this video,
Finish more 3D Mario games.
and I just still have it there just because I need it again. I've used it all the time now for other videos.
I played it a lot and got the farthest I've ever gotten into the game.
Fun fact about this actually,
September came.
about that me saying that
Mario 3D All-Stars.
where I back in 2020
35th anniversary. Then it came out 2 weeks.
I had this idea
so
for the second channel,
on the Wii,
which was kind of like what this turned into, to be or not to be.
So amazing. So after a week of playing, and
basically I was going to do a series on the second channel where if you guys know my series on the main channel, Catch Up, where I get like, you know, that's my game hunting, game collecting kind of series I do. I was gonna do like a spin-off sort of thing on my second channel, where it's called Catch Up Games, where I played games that I haven't finished before. And Gold was gonna be with me when I played them, and we wanted to start with Galaxy, and so that footage from the Wii was footage from that I didn't end up using. So there's a fun fact from that. This is the editing in this. I'm really proud of. This took a while.
What, another one?
But there's no way I can explain that without it sounding weird, so I'm not going to. That's the Purple Planet again. Pointed that out again. There we go. I said I was gonna point those out. Yeah. So second favorite. Yeah. This is a whole video about space. This video actually, hold up. This video actually has a lot to do with Purple Planet.
It was also used for
this was a big setup video for Purple Planet. There's actually a lot more I can say now when we get to the part. But yeah, that was the first little bit. That was that was it falling from the ground, and once we get to Purple Planet, that commentary for that, which is gonna be insane. That's gonna be a really fun one to do. I'll explain. Kind of that's kind of a reference to that. There's a reference to that in Purple Planet. But yeah, the game falling there. This is just me just trying to throw it in again. But this is a lot more near the end to the Purple Planet, which you probably noticed. Anyways, we're far beyond that point.
It looks so beautiful. Shot right into the game, learning how the controls work.
So this is all the footage from 3D All Stars because I wanted the best footage of the game. I actually played the game without even without the intention of making a video originally, so I had to go back and record some footage for some of it. So this is not from my original playthrough. This is me having the record footage for the video.
God, we're in space. It's here when we are first introduced to the Lumas, sentient stars that turn into stuff. Yeah. Sling stars, launch stars,
so I think this is the last video actually where I did use this kind of format for the video that I've been using since 2020 with the tie-dye background like that without like anything else. I switched over to like this new kind of background I made the next video, I believe. It's just funny to do. This is an early idea I had for the video. This video turned out really well. I think for some things I speak too fast. Like one thing I'll point out, I speak a bit too fast with some of this stuff. That's the one thing I kind of would want to fix. But besides that, I really like the jokes in this. Really like how the editing. I feel like I really set up my game a bit for this, and it turned out really good.
Oh, I did what you wanted. I spoke Super Mario Galaxy words. You know, that wasn't that bad. But my appendix might say otherwise.
This starts the appendix joke, which you guys I mentioned a couple times in some videos. put the game there. I tried to recreate the text the best I could. I found the font. I didn't want to. For Ocarina of Time, I individually typed every single letter, and that took a long time. So I just used like an effect to swipe across. But it's the actual font from the game. And that is a picture of a paper on the ground. This, I'm really proud of this turned out. The motion blur there to make that look like it hit me, which is cool. But yeah, I tried to make the text as accurate as possible, which was cool. I was gonna actually try to use the original like paper I had for Ocarina of Time, the Ocarina video, but I couldn't find it, so I had to make a new one.
It ups the challenge a lot. It makes it harder. You could be on the side of the planet, upside
so
down
like
on the planet, falling off a planet.
So this is not like a full review. It's like more. It's more like.
God, this game looks so amazing.
More like my just general thoughts. I don't like fully review the game.
And it was at the
because I don't know. I needed more footage, and it just takes forever. And I didn't want to make. I didn't want to like have it just do another review because there's loads of reviews of Galaxy out there, right?
Yeah, sure. Later games in the series, like
so I kind of had kind of a review, kind of just like a general thoughts kind of thing, in like pointers. I like the transitions I did, like those. They turned out really well.
Galaxy controls are really solid. Obviously, being on the Wii, this game had motion control. The game required you to plug in a nunchuck to move Mario around, while the Wii remote was used for the standard jumping using power.
The 60 frames again makes it look really so much smoother. Like everything, I can use like the footage to like its full capacity, or with the 60 frames, because the footage is recorded in 60 frames for the gameplay footage, which makes everything look so much smoother and nicer.
Trust me, it feels so satisfying. And of course,
but
all of Mario's other classic moves come back. Long jumping, ground pounding, wall kicking, back flicking, side flipping. The gang's all here. Another way motion control is used is through collecting star bits, another collectible alongside coins that you can use to cause obesity. You point the Wii remote wherever you see star bits, and you will collect them.
That picture I had to find online because for some stuff I had to go on YouTube and find footage because I did not record everything I needed.
Although not as well defined as the Wii, they are still pretty solid.
So I had to go back and find
the two 3D Mario games before Galaxy
I'm proud about this.
Hub worlds. Super Mario 64
I like how this looked. This is like different. I tried to like make myself like make some original kind of looking stuff and not like the norm. I guess what I used to do. If that makes I don't know if that made sense.
And here,
I'm actually playing Sunshine again right now. I'm actually getting pretty far. That was just footage I booted up for a sec, but I'm actually playing it again right now.
Except for one thing.
Not my favorite.
But yeah. Through these domes, each being themed around different things. When you
was I saying something before that? Oh yeah, I'll probably explain that better. I kind of that little section there I showed 64 in Sunshine. I kind of did.
Really nice. It's really fun just to run around.
A different style of editing for that. Like not like normally what I did before. I don't know if that's making sense. I'm bad with words sometimes, but
that adds up to a total of.
But yeah, this is the longest section, the galaxies.
And I will be sitting here for ages talking
about. I talked about like mechanics.
I'm only going to be talking about mechanics that can be many of the galaxies. Galaxies the bit.
Yeah, I was trying to do a review. I was just trying to do general thoughts on the game.
But it's more linear in comparison to 64 and
so galaxies as in like the stars, the linear, I guess, kind of space.
It does not take the fun out of each
and just mechanics and power-ups. Oh, that's not power-ups is its own section. Never mind.
Still with a lot of challenge. Traveling to different planets on launch stars, using blue stars to maneuver around, flying around on flowers, or just casually running, jumping around, and doing the normal Mario thing. And it's super fun. But there are a few challenges that can be tricky. For example,
actually, I remember.
This is one of the stages.
So some footage is actually 720p, and might be 60. I don't know if it's 60. Oh, I actually pulled that from my Twitter. When I played that, I posted on Twitter because I thought it was funny that I won and then lost immediately.
The time stages. Racing with the Boo or.
But there's some like final boss
Destroying the
footage
garbage in 30 seconds.
from the
This
final
is
boss of the
probably one
game,
most
because
annoying
when I
things
was
in
playing the final
You need to
boss,
throw the bombs in
I
certain
think
places in order to blow up every piece of garbage. One wrong
because my
mistake and it
my
won't work.
screen sharing
I got it eventually.
was
but it
weird
just
or something
so
like that.
annoying,
I don't
probably
know.
the most weak part of the game.
I'm not sure,
Now, you
but
wouldn't
I
have
like
super fun
streamed it
levels without super
unlisted
fun boss fights.
and sent it to
And
like
Galaxy does
gold
just
or
that.
something
A
just
lot
to
of the
watch it,
boss
because this
fights
is his
use
favorite game of all time.
heavily, mainly used for using your spin ability
Just to watch me finish the game.
Trust me.
And
It is
so I had the
satisfying
footage
to
unlisted
see
on my channel, so I just
And the Bowser fights
I just used that
one gimmick
to
that repeats in all three.
for
Super
the
Mario
boss,
64
the final
had you running
boss.
around, Bowser grabbing his tail,
When
swinging off the edge
whenever I had to use that
In Galaxy,
footage from that,
you
like
are on a
this, I
planet with
believe.
multiple lava-filled holes covered in glass.
Yeah,
Bowser
104
starts chasing
stars.
you, jumping around.
Yeah.
Wherever
Okay, that
you're
makes
standing,
sense.
Bowser will land his jump, so you have to make sure that you are on one of the glass-covered lava holes, and then move away.
You see like a
quickly.
little glitch
When
there
he hits the
too.
glass, he'll burn
Yeah,
his tail.
that's the
So you
footage.
need to chase him and spin to hit his burning tail. Then he goes into a shell, and you have to hit him one last time. And like I said, the amount of
And this section
satisfaction
is
you feel
long.
after
Oh my
successfully able to
gosh.
perform these attacks. The last thing about the galaxies are all the
Alright, last
special
thing.
stars
Good.
and stages. The galaxy
I'm
has
playing
3 stars
about
to
the
each.
length of my own
But like
video.
I
How
said,
nice.
That's not counting all the secret stars. The regular old secret stars. These are not blatant given to you like a normal star. You have to look around a bit more for these. Green stars. Only a few of these appear.
Yeah.
But they are basically just
Oh
the
yeah,
regular
I
secret
probably should
stars,
mention.
but line
I said in
plated.
in the
And
title
prankster
that completed.
comets. When these show
I
up,
finally
you have to
completed,
play a
but
pre-existing
technically I
galaxy.
haven't.
But this time,
I still had to do
there's a bit more
Luigi
challenge added. You
Galaxy,
either get a time limit to perform
which I mean,
certain
I
tasks,
completed the game
playing
just
a
with
level
Mario.
only half health, racing
I'm
against
not
Cosmic
like
Mario,
big.
or playing a level
Well, like I don't
only
mind
with
100% stuff,
obstacles
but like
pressed
I'm
straight
not
up.
big
There's
on it.
only
Like I
one
don't
other type of
need
comet you
to
unlocked
to
after
like
fighting the
feel
final
satisfied
Purple
with a
comet,
game.
which there is one in each
I know
of
some
the
people are like
galaxies.
that, but
Points now appear
you
in
see,
the
like if
level.
you finish the game,
have
you
to
still finish
collect
the game.
100
You don't need to do
of them
everything in the
scattered
game
around.
to finish
These
it.
can go from pretty simple,
Like,
having the
that's just kind of
coins
extra.
lined up in a row, to
You can
spread
do it if you
around
want.
and
Like it
still
can be
benefit
fun,
from collect, to Toy Time Galaxy. This
but
is
I
possibly the
feel like
worst
you
purple
get
coin
bored
stage out of
after a
them.
while,
From an angle, this
and
looks
just like
pretty cool.
not want to go
Big
back to the
8-bit
game.
Luigi with a ton of purple coins all over him. But
So I
once you
did
land, you're
kind
given a
of
3-minute
finish the
timer.
game,
But that's not
completed
it.
it.
The trick here
But
is that
at least with
platforms
Mario.
disappear, flip around, and also
Oh, I had to go back and film this
it's gonna
footage
be
of
harder.
this, and I hated it because
Okay, I'm getting
that
PTSD.
stage
Quickly,
was
change the
awful.
channel. 3D Mario games
Power-ups,
haven't really
yeah.
had power
Oh, this is this
There was
section. I really
really
love the
only
editing in
Mario
this
to
too.
over the
Kind
Wii,
of similar to
Battle,
the
and Vanish Cap. Galaxy is where power-ups
to the,
in 3D Mario games started to be
the
utilized
section where I
more.
talked about
And
the
by
hub
more,
worlds.
I mean, still not much.
It's
The
like a
power-ups were
different
only
thing. I
used
don't
in
normally
certain
edit.
stages to
Like
perform certain acts. So
it's like a
let's go
different
through
kind of
the
editing
power-ups from the game.
style, kind
Returning
of.
from previous Mario games, the Firefly.
Like I would never do that
Ability in
before.
this game, Mario could shoot fireballs with his hands, but this time only for like 10
I
seconds.
kind of like
or
the
so.
look of just it popping up as
Opposite of
well.
that
Like I
is
thought
the
that would
ice
be cool.
flower.
If
You
whenever I talked
recognize
about
it from New Super
power
Mario
up,
Wii, but this
blah.
is actually its first
power up, it popped up.
Power up is completely
on,
different
screen.
compared to New Super Wii. Mario looks like an ice sculpture and can create an ice path so he can skate on
But,
water. Another reoccurring Mario power.
This is pulled from YouTube. 'Cause I didn't have footage of the star.
You ever wanted to be a bee? Well, Nintendo can solve your problem. I wish they could do other things for me, like give me a new appendix. The bee mushroom, allowing you
Still
to fly
hurts.
like a bee.
Just
Now you're only
kidding.
able to fly for a small amount of time. Mario gets tired too, not just us. The boo mushroom
But yeah,
allows you to turn invisible
Not
for
much.
a short second to get through walls. which
this
is really useful.
to talk about. Besides that,
But the
yeah,
only weakness is
I'm just really proud of that
These
turned
two
out.
mushrooms are great. Now the spring mushroom can go die.
Ugh,
It's a cool concept.
not it. No,
Mario is able to have a
Get
way
away.
higher jump and bounce around to make moving around faster.
man.
But it just doesn't control well. In my opinion, it's the weakest new power-up from this game. Now,
Yeah,
for
well-
the coolest new power-up from the game, but was
Yeah.
used the least out of them all. The red star,
I still think
allowing
that-
Mario to fly
I still think that's
freely.
the worst.
This is obviously expanding on the idea.
Or the
of
weakest, not the
Mario
worst, but just the
64.
weakest.
And
It
this
like
is just
didn't
as
do much.
cool,
It
if
could have been
not
better.
But like I said, it's
I
completely.
mean, what do you expect when you make
utilized.
Mario a
You use it for
spring?
one
Like,
stage, and then just for getting around the observatory faster. That's the thing with the power-ups in this game. They're all, in a way, underutilized. You only
Yeah.
use each twice maximum. Some even just once. This does not take away from the game.
we're
If
almost
you're gonna
there
add
at the
power-ups
part.
to the game,
Can't wait to talk
it
about
should be used a
the
lot
pro.
more
We're talking about Purple Planet. Because I love talking about Purple Planet.
music in this
Because it's the biggest thing I've ever made.
so good. I have a weird thing for video game music
But
that is
yeah.
orchestral. I don't know why. I just do. And Nintendo made the right decision.
I'm trying to think
by
of other
choosing
things to
have
say
an
about like
orchestral
this before we
soundtrack
get to
this
that,
game.
because that's gonna be a
It
big
makes the
thing to
game
talk
sound
about.
adventurous and
Um,
fun, and it puts you in the world and makes you feel like you're in space. Now, not all the game soundtrack is orchestral, but the stuff that is, An example of something they do really well with the music in this game is back at the Comet Observatory. When you first arrive there, the music is very calm and quiet.
God, the music in the game's really good.
Then
I love how they
into
did
the
this.
domes, the
I love how
music
they-
gets more added to it.
Man, bring me back.
And then when you get even
This
more
like
domes,
this is
they're
weird. This
almost
music
finished
is
the game.
nostalgic for me.
The
Like,
music changes
even though I
one
only
final
played it
time to
a
this
couple
grand
almost a couple years ago, like fully played it for the first time. But I played parts of Galaxy when I was younger, so this music's so nostalgic, and I would listen to how I would hear it all the time. Anyways,
It gives me chills every single time.
that's the last section.
Galaxy adds a really interesting.
I had to
element
talk
that
about
we
this.
never
This
really
is
got in the
really
Mario
cool.
game before. Lore.
The lore in it,
Eventually, after completing some galaxies,
which was really
you
cool.
unlock a room. Upon going inside,
I didn't
find
talk
this
a lot
library
about it, and I didn't tell the
Rosalina's in
whole
there with a
story
huge
because
book that she starts to read.
I don't
She
know.
tells us a story about
I didn't really
a
want to
girl,
tell the whole
like
story.
obviously Rosalina, who meets Lumas. I'm not gonna.
I didn't really know what to say there. Who meets Lumas?
It's
That's really
quite
what
interesting.
happens.
It is tear-jerking.
It's about
if you will.
Rosalina meeting
if you
Lumas.
haven't heard it
That's
yet,
really it.
It would be better to experience reading
And
it
it's just
yourself.
about her
But
parents
just the fact that
dying
there's
or
deep,
something. I don't
dark
know.
lore in a Mario game is fascinating to me.
Call it Matt
And
Pat.
it's
He'll
something
tell you
I hope we
it's
do more of in the future. With all this bundled together,
something about
I can now
Luigi
say after so many years
Peach
that Super Mario Galaxy is a fantastic
giving birth to
game.
Rosalina.
I completed it 100% with Mario. I haven't gotten the chance to do it with Luigi yet.
Yeah, I mentioned
After
it
I
there.
finished with Mario, I didn't want to bore myself with playing the same game all over again.
Yeah, like I
So
love the
haven't played
game.
much as
It's my
Luigi
favorite
yet,
3D Mario game,
but that is something I'll get to one day. The
which
game
I'll
added so many new
probably say here
elements to the
in
3D
a
Mario
sec.
franchise that I
But
love, and that I really hope gets expanded on for the future of the Mario franchise.
I didn't want to go through it again. Like it's like right away because I would
But as
have
I said,
been burnt out
it
of
doesn't
it.
take out the amount of joy that this game gives you.
I'll
If you're
probably
new
play
to
it
3D
again.
Mario games or the Mario
I'll
franchise
probably
as a
play
whole,
that soon
this is
after
a perfect
Sunshine.
game to
Actually, I
jump
need to play
into.
Galaxy 2
I
first.
don't think I've ever had a
Still haven't
deep
played
connection
played
to
it
a Mario
fully.
game like I have here before. I can't wait to go back and complete the sequel as well.
Yeah, there.
And finally finish that.
I still have
after
to do
years
that.
of it sitting on my shelf. But
I
until
will.
then,
After Sunshine, I'll
not
play
only is
that
Super
probably.
Mario Galaxy my favorite 3D Mario game, but it's also one of my most favorite games of all time.
Yeah, it is. Second favorite game after Ocarina of Time. Currently, right now. Alright, well this is the section where even back in like February.
I did it.
This is March.
Finished Galaxy.
This is almost a year later. I could be almost
Another
on the
video
dot.
game.
Hold up. When did this video
Finished.
come out? There's no way it's like on the dot. I'm about to find this like in the video right now.
How do you not know your way home?
March. Oh, so close. March
You
19th.
should be able to remember something
So it's
like
really
that.
close. It's
For
close to the 1 year.
example, I remember
Yes, but like I was scripting this in February and stuff. So even back in February, I was thinking about Pro Planet, and stringing things together. And that photo of like Charlie Day with like the strings and all that, like go, on the board, like
Oh,
that
yeah.
kind of thing. So that was literally my mind back in
I think I can help.
mid-February of 2021. So this is it here. This is fully saying Pro Planet. I had in mind that this rocket ship, and just kind of set it up and just foreshadow it. So there's the rocket ship from Pro Planet, the same one.
This rocket ship
Um,
has been here for
I could have done better with the editing and making it blend into the background.
I don't
It's
know
kind
why.
of too blurry.
Look, I don't know what else to
And also, it
do.
gets
Well,
darker in the shot because it
contrary to
was
popular
right at like the evening and it was getting darker and it got dark fast. I really also the glow effect. I had shadows there earlier in the stuff in my house, and I really liked it how that turned out. But yeah, so I just wanted to go here just to foreshadow it.
Another year without this thing being used. I thought this was gonna be the year.
That's just completely just foreshadowing Pro Planet, saying I thought this was going to be the year, because it will be later on in the year.
Yes, I'm free.
So yeah, that's just that was the whole point of that scene, and watching making that was it was awesome. That like I'm finally getting to this point where I can tease Pro Planet. But here, this was not the original plan for this bit to tease the next to beat or not to beat. I was gonna have this whole skit with some people, but it couldn't happen. We weren't able to pull it off. We weren't able to get everyone together and do it. So I just called Gold quickly, say, hey, can you do this thing?
Boss and he quit. Well,
See the next
I know
video.
what he's about to do. It's time.
So yeah, that's the teaser for Earthbound, which is on the NSO now, so video soon? I don't know. But yeah, that was Super Mario Galaxy, or I should say, so I finally completed Super Mario Galaxy. That I'm really proud of how that turned out. That's, I think, where the step in quality started. It continued during the year, but I feel like that is where it began to start, and that's the last time I used that tie-dye background and that kind of look, I guess, which I used since way back in Definitive Starman theme. Star started then, it improved, and this is I think where it got to its peak, or reached its peak with this. But I think the next one, I started using this. I made it a quick. I'll probably explain it in that more when I get to there. The next one with I think it's E3 predictions. E3 2022. That's E3 2021 predictions. So I'll just save that. I think I'll save that story for that video. So thank you guys for watching the commentaries. Thank you for tuning into the second channel. Thanks for the patience with the main channel as well. I have not been able to upload at all on there because I had COVID, and I just was trying not to get burned out from Christmas and school and all that. All factors in, but I think I'm almost ready to come back on there. I just need to sit up and do it. But yeah, thanks for watching this weekend. Tune in next Monday for E3 2021 predictions, even though it's March 14th, 2022. But you know, we can laugh at my predictions all together, can't we? Yeah. Alright, so yeah, with that, I'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned on my Twitter and everything for updates, and join my Discord and all that. But yeah, see you next Monday. See you guys, and peace.